Welcome back to episode 5 of the mini rebuild. Made some great progress in the last video. I managed to pull the frame rail straight and I've managed to get the new front end fitted, although we have had a casualty. Unfortunately, I put my knee through the air conditioner, so I've got a new one of them on the way and we'll have to get the air conditioning recharged. Also, I've noticed a bit of damage to some cables here. What I can only assume melted by the looks of it. Unless that's the material that this is made out of. I don't know. But we need to sort that out and have a look at that. I don't know whether these are, I'm guessing they're a neutral block or an earth block, I'm not entirely sure. Like a silicon to ensure that the wires are segregated from each other. Need to refit. There's some pipes that we've got to get to down the back of the radiator still. We've got a tool arriving later for that, for easy access. Get everything refitted. Got to refit all the wash bottle. The crash bar's got to go back on. Just generally put everything back together. And then once we've done that, it's going in for paint. When it gets back from paint, then we've got to do the airbags and all the stuff inside. Okay, so we've just soldered that up. Just heat shrinking the repair at the minute. Tried a lighter, too windy. Good old heat will do it. Form. There we go. So I'm going to look this part up and see what it is. So it turns out that is a relay control. So yeah, it seems to be functioning. There's no errors on the vehicle, so we'll turn it over and refit it, I think. See how we get on. So that fitted back on, good as new. On to the next. Right, so we've just bolted the wings in to the new support panel for the radiator. That's poured them all nice in line, so we're all looking straight. Just got to set the height of the bonnet. I've refitted the front end. Now just going to chuck the intercooler back on, and then the crash bar. I've got 6 days in which to get it into paint, so, and then I'm off on holiday as well at the same time, so I'll be away for a week. So we might have to just sacrifice the air conditioning condenser for now, and then we'll get that refilled and replaced when I get back off holiday. So yeah, let's crack on. Let's get the intercooler back on. So after literally hours of messing around, I finally managed to get that bottom radiator hose on. Can't quite see it. Look, just see it there, look. It got one of them stupid clips that you have to compress on it, and the profile of the back of the radiator surround wouldn't actually let you get that clip back on. Absolute nightmare. So if I was going to do when I do this next time, I'll definitely be putting that clip on first before I put the front end back on. But intercooler went back on really easily. Front bumper slotted back on. I've put the grille back in. I haven't recorded it all because it's all got to come back off, because as you remember, I broke the air conditioning condenser. I have refilled the coolant just with water for now. Just to make sure it's all watertight. There's no leaks that I can see coming out from under the car, but we'll just give it a run up and make sure all the fans work and everything is as it should be. Anyway, I've glued the cover for the washer jet back on. Hopefully that'll stay where it's meant to be. I've ordered the new brackets for the light for that one there and that one there. That should be here, but I think they're coming from China, so maybe in a couple of weeks. But we'll retrofit that anyway. So I'm generally really happy with how it's all gone back together. The panels are all lined up really, really well. The only thing we need to sort out is the gap on the bonnet. So if we shut the bonnet down, So you can see under there, there's about a 1 centimetre gap. I think the actual panel gap should be about half of that. And I spent an hour messing around trying to line the bumper up, but it's actually not the bumper. If we take a look at the bonnet, you can see it's got a larger than normal gap over the arch. And if you follow it round, there's a larger than normal gap on the arch that side. The thing that I find kind of comforting is that the gap's the same all the way across. If the gap wasn't even, it would say to me that maybe the panel alignment was out, maybe the actual frame that we pulled back into shape wasn't true, but it is. So let's give this a start up. Pop the key in, clutch down, turn the radio off so I don't get done for copyright. Right, so there we go. We'd got a whole host of errors before about lights and this, that and the rest of it, so we're just back to the airbag warning now. So that is ticking over nice and smooth. There's no fluctuation on the revs whatsoever. And again, there's no warnings at all there. So let's leave this to run for a little bit. Go and check for leaks. There's no leaks there at all. No drips, no nothing. Let's have a look on the inside. That's all lovely and dry. So anyway, I'm going to run this up to temperature and just make sure that the fan kicks in. All the fan plugs are reconnected, so it should do. Headlights are working, driving lights are working. We're all good with that. Excellent. So everything's running as expected, which is really good. I've had to chuck the front end and everything back on as mentioned because it's going off the paint in a few days. So we had a bit of a time scale to meet with that. But I'm really happy with the alignment and how everything's turning out on it. I think it's going to look a world different when the bonnet's been changed over. Once it comes back from paint, we've got to get the bonnet stripes refitted. I'm not looking forward to that a bit. Me and freaking vinyls really don't work out. And then we're going to tackle the interior and get all the airbags and everything else changed out. But as always, guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and catch you next time.